The official review eventually showed that the 99th had done well during the attack on the island. But by the time it came out, the 99th had answered the critics indifferently. In the summer of 1943, Lieutenant Charles B. Hall scored the unit's first victory, then shot down a Focke-Wulf 109th, one of the German best fighter planes. This marked the first time a black pilot shot down an enemy aircraft while flying for the U.S. military. Pilots from the 99th went out to shoot down 12 German planes during 2 days during the invasion of Italy. The combating response, they developed a record of excellence, become more and more difficult for the critics to challenge. Eleanor Roosevelt. One of the Tuskegee Airmen's earliest supporters was the First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt, visited the programs in 1941 as to fly with other Tuskegee pilots. Once she landed, after flying for more than an hour with walkability, Sea Alfred Chief Anderson showed there, she happily said, "Well, you fly all right." The Red Tail. September 1943, Benjamin O. Davis Jr., now a lieutenant colonel, took charge of the 332 Fighting Fighter Group. The 332 include 3 new black fighter squadrons, the 100th, 101st, and 302nd. The 332 switched to more advanced aircraft such as P-47 Thunderbolt later, began flying the plane known has become forever known as P-51 Mustang. The Mustang was an amazing fighter plane that was perfect on long-range bomber escort missions, even to enemy territory. The 332 third painted the tail section of their P-47 and P-51 red to show the pride they felt for their units. Red color also is a reminder of the Tuskegee Airmen motto of equality. All blood turns red. Pilots of the 332 began calling themselves Red Tails. The red tails on aircraft made them easy to identify with friends and enemies alike. When a friendly bomber crew saw how good the pilot, Red Tail, began their job, and calling them the Red Tail Angels. Most of the American bomber crew had no idea that pilots from the 332 second was black. One of them eventually called it the Army's best kept secret of the war. German pilots who learned to fear the fine skills of the pilot of red-tailed Mustangs called himself the Blackbird Man. In the final years of war, the 332 flew 200 bombers escort mission while losing fewer than 25 bombers in total to enemy craft. It's an incredibly low number of losses. Other fighting escort groups somehow lost as many bombers as enemy fighters during a single mission. Do you know? In June 1944, pilots of the 332 second were able to sink an intelligent Navy destroyer by attacking with machine guns on their P-47 Thunderbolts. This was only one time during the war when planes were used machine guns sank on major Navy ships. By the end of the war, Tuskegee Airmen had proved their courage, skill, and fighting abilities to everyone. They destroyed 112 enemy aircraft in the air and another 150 in the ground, as well as damaging hundreds more. They also destroyed more than 950 railway cars, trucks, and other vehicles and received hundreds of medals for their achievement. Just as most importantly, they won the respect and gratitude of white bomberies to protect the missions after missions. The results came back with prize. However, the Tuskegee Airmen lost 66 pilots to enemy attack the next day, 32. Returning home, after fighting Tviro from Nazis, the Tuskegee Airmen returned home to a country that still treated them as second-class citizens. No welcome home parades greeted with these returning heroes. The military, however, took the note of their amazing achievement. Tuskegee Airmen had shown that the racial segregation was an unfair system that could not be claimed on real difference in ability. Their success was one reason President Harry S. Truman decided to end segregation in military in 1948. But the fight to win full civil rights for Americans has just begun. A pilot's life. Retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Harold Brown dreamed of becoming a pilot since he was a child. Started training at the age of 17. 1944, at the age of 19, he graduated from Tuskegee Institute to Alabama to become second lieutenant for the Tuskegee Airmen. At the time, Brown didn't see himself a pioneer. He just wanted to fly, and fly. He did. Brown completed 30 missions in airmen during World War II. In 1945, he crashed into Australia and was captured by Nazi force. He was rescued and then served during the Cold War. After 23 years from service, Brown retired from the military in 1965, and then later a mathematics degree from Ohio University, became a college teacher. Brown received many awards for his service. 2020, he was inducted to the Minnesota Aviation Hall of Fame by the age of 95. He is one of the oldest living Tuskegee Airmen.